prophet say, we are going to be citizens of our government. We cannot be citizens of our government as Negro, black, and colored. We cannot. We know that you put those marks on us, and that's all they are, is marks. But we're slowly taking our government back. And in order to get our government back, we must be law-abiding citizens. In order to be law-abiding citizens, we must practice and proclaim our free national name, which is Moorish American. Once we become Moorish Americans, we become legal citizens of our government and in position to take hold of our government, the United States of America.
Islam.
As citizens, Negro, black, and colored is not a citizen. And that was one of the things that was holding us back. But see, when a new era of time come new information and new orders. The prophet's being caused a new era of time. Just by him coming marked a new era of time now. So it's going to be some changes now. First change is going to be some corrections. It's our government.
Islam.
That's why we say this flag represents the flag of our birth. And this is our flag of descent. We're supposed to be citizens of the United States of America. And you cannot be a citizen of the United States of America without a free national name, a nationality. But this is what the prophet did. First, he started off civically. He said, I'm going to approach this from a civic angle. He knew that that's not what Allah prepared him to do. Obviously, because he changes to religion. Being a Moorish American is our religion.
Islam.
Got some of you, didn't I? Mess you up. Wait 1 second. Our religion is Islamism. We belong to a religious society.
Islam.
The Moorish Science Temple of America is what kind of corporation?
Religious corporation.
There's certain things we do. Belonging to this religious society, there's certain things that we're known by our membership card. Our membership card says, as members of this religious society organizations, we call each other, and the world call us, Moorish Americans. Got that?
Islam.
Religiously, but also legally. So that changes our society, where it puts a view of them in our society as a jural society, ecclesiastical group. Which means that you cannot take this away, because it's our religion. You cannot do anything to us, because it's our religion. Why are we Moorish Americans?
We are descendants of rockets and born in America.
That's our religious teaching. Wait a minute, sister. He had his hand up first. Go ahead.
As long as Supreme Grand Sheikh, when you read in the letter about him being ordered to put together the Quran, it reminded me of the warning where it talks about, one, they won't recognize the move about recognizing the prophet, and by going down to office, your city officials, and asking them in an intelligent tone. I had a question about that. Do you guys know if he was working with a particular person or entity concerned? Okay.
I don't, brother. I don't. Later on, for you scholars, I want you to take a look at this. This is the convention, the International Convention in Havana in 1928. Now, these are supposed to be a copy of the official minutes when the prophet went to what is now known as OAS, Organization of American States, and entered us as a religious government, like the Vatican is a religious government. These are the minutes. Now, on these minutes, this is my only copy, and I'm going to let you take a look at this later on. On these minutes, it lists the names of the people who are here, who were there. And the countries here are United States of America, Argentina, Republic, Brazil, Bolivia, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Cuba, etc. Now, when you read the different people whose names are representing their countries, it is Peru, Uruguay, Panama, Ecuador, Mexico, San Salvador, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Bolivia, and the list goes on, Haiti, Cuba. You won't see Noble Ali's name anywhere in these minutes. But you see things that they talked about during this conference that directly applies to us as a religious dual society. Legally, we should have a representative on the United Nations. The way the prophet set this up, legally, we're supposed to be notified that anything happens to our country before you make a decision. The nuclear deal in Iran, the Supreme Grand Sheikh and Chairman is supposed to be notified. And the Supreme Grand Sheikh and Chairman is supposed to notify the Supreme Grand Council. You gotta let us know before you make any decision. That's how this movement is set up. Did you have your hand up?
Excuse me, I did have my hand up, and it was in regards to the United Nations. And I was thinking at one time that the Moors had to get together and
United States of America that is there
take a seat in the United
is us.
States.
The only difference is that there are different people representing our country. That's the difference. But the United States of America is our country, legally. That's why the prophets say that one day the flags would
Switch.
There's no need for them to switch if this is not our country. But since this is our country, it has to switch. That means it won't be destroyed. It still represent what it represents now. United States of America. Tennessee won't change. The name won't change. New York won't change. Georgia won't change. It's the same thing according to the U.S. Treaties and Codes, the volume of books where Native Americans leased the land to the United States of America. 200, 300, I sent you a copy of that. Did you get that? Where, like Brown Bay lived in Tampa, Florida, all that area there is owned by the, what's the Native Americans over there? Seminole, and they call it Ho Chunk or something, right? That gambling thing, what they call it? Huh? On Highway 25?
Yeah, they got a big casino there.
Yeah.
More spring history now.
And you see all kind of businesses there, but it's a leased land, but it's still their land, it's leased land.
We do need them.
It's on Grand Sheik, and that switch occurs when we carry out that great and mighty work as Moorish Americans.
Yes, you know it, brother.
It's like-
That's why you can't have any splinter groups like you have now.
it's like-
Going to the United Nations, filing this and filing that. What's that mean? That don't mean nothing. Until when the Moorish hordes increase, and we can go, like the prophet talking about in his letter, 1,500 people? How about 15 million people? How about 20 million? How about 100 million Moors? Now what you gonna do? Now what you gonna say? But the unfortunate, the trick is to keep us fighting each other, to keep us divide and conquer, and not recognizing the central authority. Oh, we got more time. We can go and give it to them some more. And it's not the United States of America, it's individuals. That's who it is.